The history of football, how it all started. Football is more than just a game, it's a worldwide passion. But have you ever wondered how it all started? The history of football goes back thousands of years, long before the professional leagues and world-famous players we know today. From ancient ball games in China to the rough-and-tumble matches in medieval Europe, football has evolved into the global phenomenon we see today. But here in this video, we will tell you about the history of football and how it all started. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get started. Ancient roots of football. The history of football goes back thousands of years to ancient times when people played games that looked a lot like today's football. One of the earliest examples comes from ancient China during the Han Dynasty. They played a game called Cuju, where players had to kick a leather ball through a small hole in a net. It wasn't just about having fun. Cuju required skill, teamwork, and focus. Soldiers used it as a form of training, but it later became popular among everyday people who played it for enjoyment. At the same time, ancient Greece and Rome had their versions of ball games. The Greeks played a game called episkeiros, while the Romans had harpastum. Both games were team-based and focused on physical strength, endurance, and strategy. They didn't have formal rules, but teamwork and controlling the ball were essential. These early games planted the seeds for the football we know today. It wasn't just in Asia and Europe that people played ball games. Indigenous communities in the Americas also had their versions. Across the world, the love for kicking or passing a ball has always been a universal activity that connects people. These ancient games show that the idea of playing with a ball has been a part of human culture for centuries. Football in the medieval era. Football changed a lot during the medieval period in Europe. It became a big part of local traditions and everyday community life. People played a version of the game often called folk football. These matches were wild, unorganized, and sometimes even dangerous. Villages competed against each other, trying to carry or kick a ball to a specific spot. The matches were chaotic. There were hardly any rules, and a game could include dozens or even hundreds of players. The field wasn't limited to one area. Games took place on streets, fields, or between villages. The ball was often made of an animal bladder, which was easy to find and use back then. Even though folk football wasn't structured like today's sport, it was important. It brought communities together and helped develop the idea of a game played with teams and a ball. These early games were more about fun and bonding than competition or rules, but they laid the groundwork for the organized football we know now. England and modern football. England is often called the birthplace of modern football because of the key role it played in organizing the game. By the 19th century, football had become extremely popular, especially in schools, colleges, and working-class communities. But there was a big problem. Everyone had their version of the rules. This often caused confusion and disagreements during matches. In 1863, the Football Association was created in London to fix this problem. The Football Association brought together representatives to create a set of standardized rules. They banned violent practices like kicking opponents and clarified key aspects of the game, such as the size of the field and the length of a match. This marked the birth of what we now call association football, or soccer. The term soccer was introduced to distinguish it from rugby football, which was played with different rules. With these changes, football became more organized and disciplined. Clubs began forming, and leagues were created to give teams a chance to compete regularly. Spectators started flocking to matches, turning football into a shared experience. By the late 1800s, football was deeply embedded in English culture, representing unity, teamwork, and a sense of community. Football spreads worldwide. The British Empire played a huge role in taking football to other parts of the world. British traders, sailors, and soldiers introduced the game wherever they traveled. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, football had spread to countries like Argentina, Brazil, and Italy. These nations embraced the game and quickly became football powerhouses. In South America, football became more than just a sport. It became a way of life. Countries like Brazil and Argentina developed unique styles of play and became dominant forces in the sport. At the same time, football gained popularity in European countries like Spain, Germany, and France, which started forming their clubs and leagues. In 1904, FIFA, Federation Internationale de Football Association, was founded to oversee the global development of football. FIFA helped organize international competitions and promote the sport worldwide. The first international football match took place in 1872 between England and Scotland, marking the beginning of football as an international phenomenon. By the early 20th century, football had become a way to bring people together across cultures and borders. The start of major tournaments. As football grew more popular, people started organizing tournaments to showcase the best teams and players. The first major international tournament was the FIFA World Cup, held in Uruguay in 1930. Teams from around the world competed, and the event was a huge success. It showed how football could unite people from different nations through their love of the game. The success of the World Cup inspired the creation of other major tournaments. South America introduced the Copa America, while Europe developed the UEFA European Championship. These competitions added to football's global appeal, creating opportunities for players and fans to connect with the sport on a larger scale. At the same time, domestic leagues became more professional and organized. Countries set up competitions that highlighted local talent and attracted international attention. Famous leagues like England's Premier League, Spain's La Liga, and Italy's Serie A became symbols of excellence in football. These leagues didn't just showcase skill and talent, they also created fierce rivalries and brought in fans from around the world. The growth of these leagues and tournaments made football an international spectacle. Whether on the global stage or in local competitions, the sport captured the hearts of millions and became a symbol of passion and unity. Technology and the business of football. Technology and commercialization have played a big role in shaping modern football. One of the most significant changes came with the introduction of television. For the first time, fans could watch matches live from their homes no matter where they were. This brought football closer to people and allowed millions to experience the excitement of the game together. Television also turned football into a spectacle, with star players becoming celebrities and matches drawing record-breaking audiences. As the sport's popularity grew, it opened the door to new business opportunities. Clubs began signing sponsorship deals, selling merchandise, and earning money from broadcasting rights. This turned football into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Modern stadiums were built to enhance the fan experience, with better seating, giant screens, and advanced facilities. Training centers became more sophisticated, helping players improve their skills and fitness. Technological advancements like the Video Assistant Referee, VAR, made matches fairer by reducing human error. Football is a cultural force. In the modern world, football is more than just a game. It's a global cultural force. Its simplicity makes it accessible to everyone. From street football in cities to youth leagues in small towns, the sport brings people together, no matter their background. Football's influence goes beyond the field. It has shaped fashion, music, and art. Fans sing iconic chants and jerseys are worn as symbols of pride or even fashion statements. Football has also become a platform for social change. Players and clubs use their fame to speak out about issues like racism, inequality, and poverty. Whether it's children playing in a park or millions watching a World Cup final, football connects us all through a shared passion. It's this universal appeal that has made it the world's most beloved sport. That's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like and share the video, and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.